Face mask. You know how hot it can get. Make me sweat a lot. Extra nervous. Harder to breathe, of course. Another problem is you couldn't eat or drink anything without taking it down. What if it can open itself up in a safe environment with nobody around? So you can cool down and have water, but also shut down when people shows up. Let's make one in this video. Welcome to my channel. This is Chen the Design Maker. I design and make robotic and electronic stuff. So if you're into this, consider subscribe. Here is a quick mock-up flipping door here. Mini servo PIR sensor, very typical in home security or automatic lighting. Detects motion or people. Let's give it a try. All the major parts 3D printed. Parts for the door opening mechanism. Let's build it. Let's add this sensor so it can detect any human. If it sees me, the door should close. Now here I am. Nothing happens. So it sort of works. Again, sensors on the cheek area and also one on the back. And if I point, okay. What? There's nobody there. Okay, after some research, I realized the motion sensor not only detects human, but anything with IR radiation. Behind the lens is the actual PIR sensor, and inside it, there are two sensors, and the module got triggered by the difference between the two sensors. If the sensor is stationary and something shows up, it will trigger the sensor. However, if you put the sensor on a moving platform, while the car is moving, even though there's nobody shows up, the sensor still got triggered because of the environment. But maybe it's a good feature if you're not standing still, you still can contract the virus in the air. Start from some LEDs to show the sensor status. It's connecting both the ground and power to the sensor and the LED together. So there are two less wires to go to Arduino. I clamped the headband with this 3D printed part. It works pretty well, and you can adjust the tension by pulling the open ends. Realize the wires are really messy, and obviously I didn't consider wearing glasses when designing it. Adding another LED for the back sensor. I'm using Arduino Nano that only have very limited ground and a 5-volt port, so I decided to create my own expansion using this proto board and some pins. Connecting all the wires and solder them together so you have the 5-volt and ground rail. Then I connected all the sensor and lighting signals. To clean up the wires, I decided to use this wire tubing thing, but only to find out they blossom really easy. Maybe I can solder the ends. It works pretty well. I don't know what I was thinking, but I built this 4-pin connector that there's no way to tell which direction is correct. But later I thought, hey, there's a concept called a polka-yoke, which is to make the parts coming together in a single way and the only way. So I built one male connector on one side and 3 on the other. Time for coding. The program is pretty straightforward. Basically, it checks all the 3 sensors. Once any of the sensors are triggered, it will shut down the servo, also light up the LEDs to show which sensor is triggered. I added a time delay. If you are safe for a certain amount of time, the door will reopen. The link to the code is in the description. However, the LEDs are a little too sharp. No problem. Add a little sanded acrylic piece so the lights are more blended. Time for some details. Some screws and hand painting that have no practical reasons other than making it look cool. You know, there are papers that you can print your own water decal, right? Link in the description. Okay, let's give it a try. Left, right. But if I move around,
it will false trigger. It will be really annoying that every time this becomes red. So I have programmed it that it only display red when the door is open. Light blue color here is reminding you the sensor is refreshed. If you're walking around, this pretty much will keep shut. But if you stand still, after a certain amount of time, it will open up. Just like this.
Real world test.
Just walking around. Oh, I see someone over here. Let's see if it works better outside. You still got random triggers, so if it stands still. Okay. Some stationary tests, and my wife will come around from different angles. Okay, that works. Okay, it works on every direction, but I just need to stand still. I grow older thanks to the GoPro water test. Have some straws though. Need to be really careful not moving around. Okay, need to navigate. Okay, I can feel it now. Fresh water. Uh-oh. I should just leave this guy here and he's still drinking. Okay. Straw is not in my mouth anymore.
Alright, that was stupid, but I think the idea is still valid that a mask could let you cool down and drink water without taking it down. The IR sensor might not be the best solution, maybe there are other ways. Leave a comment below for any suggestions. Also, don't make one of these for practical reasons. It's not really protective. I was planning to fill them up with mask materials. Quickly give up because I know there will be holes anywhere. So stay safe everyone and make sure wear the real mask, not this one. And let's fight through this pandemic and get back to normal. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Happy making and see you next time.